Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Funny Fella FX. If you're following on Instagram or YouTube, or if you're wanting to follow for a lot of free stuff on my Facebook group, it's the Wealthsmith Trading for Beginners. And I had really started this group just because I want to go from people that just want to dip their toes in trading. So a lot of it's free and a lot of it's packed with information. And I'm going to spend loads of time explaining for people to understand. And maybe it's the gateway into Forex for them and they like to learn more. If not, no harm done. But if you like to follow, really appreciate it. I'll be doing a lot of future videos and information. That'll definitely help you improve your trading. So today I'm going to talk about accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. And this isn't coined by me, it's no one in the industry, but it's how I like to look at things and how I like to hold off till I see it all. So it's just another tool for your toolbox to use. Because eventually, over time, as time goes on, you actually do build up loads and loads of I suppose we special tools that you like to take out time and time again that really helps you to understand what's actually going on in the market. So just looking at this, unfortunately, this is on daily, so I'll just take a wee quick look at weekly. On the weekly, just zooming in here, we've had the market pull back into this order block and we have broke this high and we haven't yet broke these lows. So for me, the market is still bullish, and that's why I'd be looking more for buys and sells, during this week. But I also would look for accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So I would have been, if I control the markets, what I'd be wanting to do is suck sellers or suck retail people into selling. I'm just thinking of it that way because I would expect these lows to be taken out if I was a retail trader as such. And I'd like to look at this as support, from this area here, or resistance, sorry, from this area here, this area here, and this area here. So that's what I'd be thinking. But going down to the daily, you can see we've tapped into this order block. And if you don't understand what these terms are, don't worry because this will all come clear as videos go on forward. But we've tapped into this order block, daily order block, and we've went past the 50, the mid-range point of this order block. And we've started now just to lose a wee bit of strength. We've started to push up. I feel like this candle didn't take out this swing low, and it did push up. And this one did take out the high, but never took out the low. And this one seems to have failed at it as well. So that to me is this little wick. I just feel is the accumulation, manipulation, and distribution starting up for the week that goes ahead. But if I go into the 4 hour, it'll just become a little bit clearer. Just remove this box. We have broke this swing high. Just mark it out so you understand what I mean. We broke this swing high. So for me, in the higher time frame, that's actually changed the character. And we have retraced back into the 0.705 area. And we've had a real good reaction off it. And that just makes me feel like all this liquidity that's built up here, all this area along here is stops sitting there to be taken out. So it wouldn't surprise me if the market moved up really, really quick, and took out all these swing highs, swing lows, should I say. But going into the lower time frame, I'm just going to go straight into the 5 minute. I'm going to take a look at what I believe and what is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. For me, this is basically Sunday, and all this here looks like accumulation to me. Now, there is an entry in here, and that's for another video, especially based around time. But this is also accumulation. It's messy. Things is going on with spikes, spikes, spikes. We're just taking out a bit of liquidity here and there. I've took out this lower side liquidity. We're building up buy side liquidity. And that there just screams to me it's accumulation. And I'll just write that there so you can see it as clear as day. Accumulation. Excuse my spell. If I spelled these wrong, lads, sue me. Alright, this is accumulation. That's what I see. Because again, I want to be sucking in people into going the wrong direction before actually making the big move. And here is clearly manipulation. So by manipulation, I mean this quick move down. I'll just mark it out as well, so bear with me. That's manipulation. Manipulation. Let's change the colour of this background. Let's make it red. It's not dangerous when you understand it, so don't panic. And this is manipulation. So by manipulation, I mean we've had a really fast run down here, and it's took out this sell side liquidity. And you can be guaranteed that there's people chasing that market. And they believe this here to be a pullback. But a pullback into what? It's already taken out liquidity, before distribution, which is this big push up where it actually really wanted to go from the get go. I'll just change the colour of this also. I'll make it something nice, good green colour. And I'll just name it distribution. Distribution. You got to remember, this is the Sunday opening. This is where Mondays isn't a day I really like to trade. And it's not saying I won't trade, it's just this is the sort of thing you got to look out for on Monday. The market is accumulating orders here. It's taking out stops and it's stacking up its own orders. It's fooling people into going long to start with, and then it's fooling people into going short, and then it's building up liquidity here and here and here and here. And you can see when it moved down really quick, it took out this liquidity along here before it started to break going in the old fashion, before it manipulated and distributed where it really wanted to go to. Now, if we go to 1 minute, this will start becoming a little bit clearer. The moment this market run down quick and it broke this high here, like this is an important moment when you should be looking for an entry, knowing about accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. The moment we had this change of character, the moment we had this change of character is when my light bulbs should go on, and it should be yours too, because it's taken out a swing high of the lowest swing low, if that makes sense. And it's also printed a fair value gap in here. So from this candle's high to this candle's low. And it's around the New York Open. We've got that lovely push up. And that's your moment when you should be willing to take the chance of looking for an entry. Do you understand? Like this, just going to tidy this up a little. You got to understand accumulation. You got to understand there's going to be a bit of manipulation. And then they're going to distribute their actual orders of what they wanted to do in the first place. You've got to break it up into 3 points. If you're looking at a bigger picture, if you're looking at a greater understanding of what the market actually wants to do, you can see how choppy this is. Now, I'm not saying there isn't an entry here. There is an entry actually here. And actually here, there's a few, but again, understanding the market bias structure, why it would have done that. Like this over here should be where your eyes drawn to, even in the middle of accumulation, because it's sell side liquidity. The market searches liquidity and it built up buy side liquidity. Retail traders would see that as resistance built up here. And that's why they'd be happy to, sells all over this place. And then when this takes off, they're maybe adding more. This manipulation. But the truth is, the market really wanted to go up to take out all that liquidity first. So accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. These are wee things you have to look out for. Now this is only touching the sides of what it is and how to use it, but it's just an introduction into the understanding of accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. And when you understand it, you can really use it in your favour. It doesn't have to hurt you. It can be really working. Like if you had your entry, and this is hearsay, but if you had your entry and understanding that I'm going to put my stop loss here, and I'm going to aim for these highs, like you're going to aim for this liquidity up here. That's almost a 1 to 5 trade. And I mean, that's all you need for the week. You know what I mean? And this is why you can put it all in your favor. Like you don't need to get way up here. You don't even really need to get way up here. Like if you just wanted to take out this high, it's still almost a 1 to 3 trade. Again, that's all you need for the week. So it's an introduction into something you can look for. Go back testing on the market. Look for the week opening. Understand that if you know the best of where the market might actually go, and the reason I believe this is coming back, by the way, is it has to fill out all this imbalance. It just cannot be explained in one short video. This is just an introduction into showing you what you need to learn and what I will teach in the near future. So I hope you take that in. I hope you do a wee bit of back testing. Look for accumulation, manipulation. Look for the market to send people the wrong way first. Look for it to go into consolidation, not really moving anywhere quick. Just fluctuating up and down. And even in the 15 minutes, it's probably spiking. As you can see, these spikes, these wicks, they're just spiking, taking out liquidity. There's no real true movement until the manipulation kicks in, until it takes out this sell side liquidity. And there's a pile of buy side liquidity here, and you can see how fast that moved to take that out. So people don't even get the chance to close the trade in time. They don't even get the chance to move their stop loss to entry. It's over and done with. Mission completed. Algorithm working fine. And look at all this up here. Like that's where my eye is next. There's loads of it up there. And should the market start going bullish this week, then that's where you want to be aiming for. And that's the one trade that you'll need for that week, for that month. So I hope that clears up a little bit. I hope that if you've never heard of it before, you've now heard of it. You now start doing a bit of research, and feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to answer them. So thanks for coming to the channel. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram, FunnyFellaFX. TikTok's the same. And on Facebook, it is the Wealth Smith Trading for Beginners. So thanks very much, folks. Take care and happy trading.